Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day yesterday. Hope all you kids treated your mom good to go, and I hope everyone is ready to get back to work today as we start our third to last week of school. If you can believe that, we only have 2 more weeks after this week. So keep working hard, keep doing all your work, and keep getting it done. I'll be on the Zoom meetings both morning and evening today. So if you have any questions, feel free to jump on there or give me a call or shoot me a text. This week we're going to be doing another book report. So I'd like everyone to choose a book today and try to send me a picture by tomorrow of the book that you're going to be reading. This isn't due until next Monday. But I'd like you to try to find a book today or tomorrow and send it to me by the end of the day tomorrow. I will be sending home the book report form in with our Tuesday work tomorrow, so you can look for that. But one more, we're going to try to do one more book report here before the end of the year. For spelling, well, we're starting Unit 31 this week. Today you just have to do page 1, and don't forget to write the words 2 times. Make sure you send a picture of your spelling to me every day as well, so that way I can see it and the like. For your science today, you'll be doing a Mystery Dog video again, and this one's called Have You Ever Watched a Storm? So you're going to watch this video. It's a little bit longer of a video, but you're going to watch the video, and then you're going to draw me a picture of what type of storm is your favorite storm. Which kind do you like? Snowstorms, thunderstorms, blizzards, tornadoes? You tell me what's your favorite type of storm and draw me a picture of it. Make sure that picture's colored, okay? All right, kindergartners. For your math today, you're on lesson 119. On the first, it's just a little game that you have to cut out a bunch of teddy bears at the bottom, then listen to your mom's instructions and put those teddy bears in the pool, and then you're gonna take some teddy bears out, put some in, take some out. You're gonna figure out how many teddy bears belong in that pool. So just listen to those instructions, cut those out nice and neatly, and it's kind of like a little bit of a game. Also, make sure you write, I'd like you to write your numbers 1 to 30 on a separate piece of paper. So write those numbers nice and neatly. You've been doing a really good job of that, so keep that up. For your super kids, I'll be sending home a couple pictures of some sheets from your M pages that you've been doing in super kids that I'd like you to complete. I'll send those to your mom. Also write the letter M, big and small, 10 times, and that sentence, mud is a mess. Write that 3 times and read it out loud. Don't forget though, tomorrow I'll be going over those letters and sounds, so we'll have a little quiz on that, so make sure you know all that stuff and you're doing a good job with that, okay? All right, first graders, today you have 2 sheets on your fact sheets on lesson 116. You have to just do the bottom of the side, or the bottom of the page and the back side of the page. You don't have to do, so you can skip that page if you would like, okay? Then for your lesson sheet today, your number 1 says to write the number 105 and circle the one that's in the ones place. Number 2 says Jacob counted 35 linking cubes. He put them in trains of 10. So if he had 35, which number is in the tens, the 3 or the 5? The 3 is. So you're going to draw 3 10 sticks and then 5 little single cubes. Then it says his friend Fernando gave him 10 more. So you're going to draw another 10 stick. So, and it says, how many does he have now? Well, he started with 35 and he added 10. So we do 35 plus 10, and then tell me how many linking cubes that would be. All right, number 3, make sure you color all the pennies brown, and then you have 1 dime, to remember is worth 10 cents. Then we have 2 nickels, 5, 10. So now we have 10, 15, 20, and then add the pennies, the 4 pennies. 26, 27, 28, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 cents. So that's what you write on the line. Number 4, you got to tell me 3:30 on both clocks. And then number 5, you're just adding straight down on those 2 problems. Not too hard. On the back side, number 1, you got to circle the 2 shapes that are congruent. Remember, same size, same shape. Otherwise, everything else is exactly the same as the front, just different numbers like normal. All right, so keep working hard at that. Keep doing a good job. You guys have been doing an awesome job. Keep up the good work. For your phonics today, on page 203, you're looking at the letters E, E, and EA, both that make the E sound. There's 4 columns. First one's EE, middle two are EA, last one's EE. You just got to write in those missing letters, EA or EE. Make sure the columns all match. Then page 204, you got to write the word that matches each picture. Again, there's EE on the first and fourth column, EA. So you know the middle letters already. For those, you just got to write the beginning letter and the end letter. Number 205, you got to write the word that matches each picture. They give you the words up there in the box. Remember, the middle letter will always be an E that they'll share. And then at the last one, figure out which word best finishes the sentence, fill in the bubble next to it, and write the word in the blank. So write nice and neatly, please, and keep up that good work. For your math today, first graders, on page 237, you got to find the word in the word box that best finishes the sentence, and then at the bottom, find the one that's spelled wrong and circle it and write it correctly. On the back side, we've done this before. It's kind of like a word ladder where you start with the word store and then follow the directions. So number 1 says change the E to a T. So we take out, for the first one it says take out the T of store. So now they came up with the word soar, all right? Then for number 1, change the E to a T. So now instead of soar, we change that E at the end to a T, sort. So we write sort for number 1. And do that all the way down. And then at the very end, it says use a word from the store. So one of the words that you just wrote there to complete the sentence. Shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. We've done it before. Number 239, there's a bunch of words in dark print in the story above where it starts off Jill. Find those 6 words and then write them under the picture that matches that word. And then at the bottom, or on page 240, you have the words turn, girl, burst, shirt, her, and third. You got to write the word that finishes the crossword puzzle. Again, I don't think it should be too difficult for you. All right. For Rodney today, you're going to read the story called George Washington's Breakfast. It's in your hardcover. Make sure you do the 5 questions on page 205. And then on a separate piece of paper, do the write about, which is what did you learn about George Washington in that story? All right, and then you have workbook, page 65, and this is dealing with facts and details again. Remember, facts are things that can be proven, things that are true. What you need to do for 1 through 6 is if it's a fact, circle the number. If it's not, just leave it blank. And then at the bottom, fill in the blank with a detail that you learned from the story George Washington's Breakfast. Okay? Shouldn't be too hard. All right, I think that should be enough. It for first graders today. So on to second grade. Second graders, for your math today. Oh, there you go. You are going to be, there's 2 sheets for 214. One of them you can actually cross off. We're not going to be doing. The first page deals with multiplying by 5s. Fact problems again, we'll keep working with that. The one that says shapes with right angles, you can cross that off because that's what you're going to be looking at today though, is what is a right angle? Right angles when 2 lines meet and one is going perfectly up and down and the other one's going perfectly, so one's perfect vertical and one's horizontal. This is called a right angle. Now you could do it any different way. You could go this way. You could do upside down. But they make like a perfect corner, okay? These are called right angles, all right? So sometimes like if I have a shape here, I'm gonna draw a shape. All right, so I have my triangle here. Which one is my right angle? Is this a right angle? No, because look at how slanted that line is. Is this one? Well, it's perfectly flat, horizontal, but nope, still oblique. What about this one? We have perfectly horizontal, perfectly vertical. So this is the right angle right here, right? Ooh, I kind of drew it bad, but yes, that's the right angle. So if you look at page number 4 at the bottom of the page, you got to look at that shape. It looks like a home plate for baseball. It says how many right angles are there. So you got to find which ones are perfectly like this. It could go this way, it could go this way, it could go up and down. Find those. And then it says also trace the parallel lines. Remember, parallel lines are when 2 lines would never meet. If they kept going up, They would never meet. So can they be slanted at all? Mm-mm. Or like this? Nope. Make sure that the two lines that you trace in red are perfectly like this or perfectly like this, and they'll never touch. All right. If you go back up to the top, there says there's 43 jump ropes and 12 balls and that the kids used at recess. 15 children used jump ropes. How many jump ropes were not being used? Do we have to worry about the 12 balls? Nope. So we 43 jump ropes altogether, and if 15 of them are being used, what do we have to do to 43 and 15? Subtract. Good. Yes. So we subtract them and then figure it out. For number 2, you got to finish that chart over there. They give you the everyone's favorite color, and you got to color in the right chart. Number 3 is what we worked on last week. Draw color 3 and 1/4 or 4 and 1/4 square. So how many whole pizzas are you going to color? 4. And then one of them you're going to cut into 4 pieces and color one of them. We already talked about number 4. Number 5, you got to tell me if you estimated those two numbers to find the sum, what would it be? So we got it. What's 23 closest to? What's 65 closest to? Then a bunch of adding and subtracting problems at the bottom for number 6. Okay. Number 7 on the back side of the sheet is almost exactly the same stuff today, just like normal. Just different numbers. So if you have questions with it, I'll be happy to go over those things later on today. But please get in touch with me. But I think you guys should be able to handle it pretty simply. Okay. All right, on to your phonics on page 177 today. We're working with the contractions that I am, I'm, or he is, apostrophe S, or are, we're, like we are. What you need to do on 177 is match the word with the correct contraction in the boxes, and then write the contraction for the middle section. So like she is, that's she's. What would that is? That's. And at the bottom, you got to write the two words that make up the contraction. So like you're, you are, I'm, I am. There we go. Those types of things. Now on the back side, choose which contraction best finishes the sentence. Circle it, write it on the line. Again, I don't think it should be too difficult for you today. All right, for your reading today. On the first part, whoever on page 113, someone who wrote that story at the top used the word got way too many times. So you have to, you don't have to rewrite the whole story, but you have to replace the word got with a better word. So like the first one, it says, my alarm did not ring this morning. I got up and saw it was late. I was late. What could you say instead of I got up? I woke up. That would be a good name. Or maybe I sat up, then I noticed I was late. Something along those lines. So that's what you got to do for that page. On page 114, you can cross that one off. You don't have to do it. On page 115, you have to, this is where we add the apostrophe S. So instead of this book belongs to Dad, so whose book is it? Yeah. So this is Dad's book. So remember when we write Dad's, we write the word dad and we have to add something to it. Remember, we add an apostrophe S. So we write dad's with the apostrophe S. So if I said the dog's bone, or the bone that belonged to the dog would be the dog's bone. Okay, so for each one of those at the bottom, for 6, you got to figure out which word. Well, they give you the word in parentheses, and you're just adding an apostrophe S to it and rewriting it on the line. Should be easy. And then 116 is very simple. You just got to fill in the missing letters and then rewrite the words at the bottom. Very, very, very simple. All right. All right. Let's get into 3rd grade. 3rd grade for your math today. You're going to be looking at how to multiply money. All right. So if we had this problem, let's see, 6, let's do this, 5 times $4. Okay, so if we had $4.30 times, we always put the money on top when we rewrite it. So we do $4.30 times 5. Remember, the smaller number always goes on the bottom, so that's how we rewrite it. All right, then remember, we always multiply the 5 times 0 first. So what's 5 times 0? Of course, that's 0. Ooh, my pen's falling apart. 5 times 3. 15. So we put the 5 down here, remember, and the 1 goes up here. And then 5 times 4 is 20 plus 1 more, 21. Now, there's our answer, but now we have to put the decimal place in. Well, you go over here and you go over 2 spots. 1, 2. So we had $21, and don't forget the dollar sign. $21.50. All right, let's try one more. Let's say I said 7 times $3.05. Okay, so what number goes on top? Yeah, $3.05 times 7. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing. So we multiply 7 times 5 first, which is 35. Then 7 times 0, which is 0, but we have to add the 3, which is 3. Good. And then 7 times 3, 21. Put your dollar sign, and then where's the decimal place going to go? Between what 2 numbers? Yeah, because we always need 2 spots for our cents. So it's $21.35. Okay? The ones that work on that today is number 8. So you watch out for that new concept on number 8 of your assignment today. And for number 20, you got to draw out a chart. It says for every 100 grams, there's 1 box of pens. So we're going to draw out a chart. And on the bottom, you're going to put how many boxes of pens. That'll be easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, actually, we're going up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on the top, you're going to start off with 100, 200, 300, and so forth, all the way up to 6. All right? I think everything else should be pretty easy today. Nothing too difficult. Be careful on number 13 that you're estimating to the nearest 100 when you solve that. All right. For your reading today, 3rd graders are going to be reading 2 stories, Cinderella and Yi Shen. These are on your hardcover. These are fairy tale stories. Then you have a chart, 2 charts that you have to fill out. On page 151, you got to, for both of those charts, you got to tell me, name some of those characters in the story that you found. Setting, where's it take place and what time? Was it a long time ago? Was it in the future? Did you think it happened now? What was the problem in the story? Then tell me what happened at the beginning of the story, in the middle of the story, and at the end of the story. So follow that, write it nice and neatly there. Then on page 152, it says, who is the main human, not make-believe, human character? So how do you know? So it says Cinderella and Yi Shen. Those are the 2 main characters. How do you know when the story takes place that they're the main character? Then who or what is the fairy or made-up character? Who's the make-believe character in each of those stories? What good fortune does the make-believe character bring to that main character? And what is the happy ending at the story for each of those? So do those nice and neatly. Read those stories. It's a kind of a long story this today, so be careful there, okay? All right, last but not least, 4th graders, you guys have another test for math today. So watch for that. Mr. Wasser should have that up online. Then for your reading today, very simple reading for you, Leah, Javon, Dylan. Page 129, you need to just write the word that matches the correct ending in the columns. Write them there. 130, you got to write the spelling word that matches each, the word and the meaning and the ending below, and write that on the line. Then use the code down there for page on the bottom part to fill in the blank. 131, find the 4 or 5 that are misspelled, circle them and write them correctly. And then the last part, 132, these are homophones. So like the first part, it says, you're not going to believe this, but I finally, and you know the words one, but which one is it? Is it W-O-N or O-1 like O-N-E? I finally won something. That's W-O-N. So you got to be careful. These are, remember, homophones. They sound alike, but they're spelled differently. So be very, very careful there that you write the correct one in there. But that should be pretty simple assignment, I think. So that should be about it for today. Have a great Monday. It looks like the sun's going to be coming out, which is good after a little bit of a cloudy, yucky weekend, and I hear it's supposed to be warming up, so that's a good thing. I'm hoping. I think I got another special guest coming up on Friday, so we're getting close to the end here. We only have, I think it's 15 more school days, 14 kind of, because that last Friday we won't have a whole lot of stuff. So keep working hard, keep doing what you guys have been doing. You guys have all been doing an awesome job. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.